Check that out, man. Look at this, neighbor. What the fuck? Yo, what is going on? What is going on? Hey everybody, welcome. It is the almost middle of August, and we have posted last time like 32 days ago. We've made a bunch of videos. We haven't edited any of them, haven't posted any of them. And here we are. We are finally posting. Today is the day that we're posting. What has happened? Well, I've gotten a job, a full-time job. I've gotten a part-time job, which mainly is the weekends right now because I'm still new and training and whatever. But it's flexible and that's nice. It's nothing crazy. It's just e-com at the Whole Foods. So e-commerce shopper, in-store shopper, whatever. That's totally cool. $17 an hour, and I am in training. It's the LDP program for Sherwin-Williams to become an assistant manager of a retail store. So that one is almost a $60,000 job. Almost. It's like $59,392. Technically, if you get overtime, you can make that 60, but there's other bonuses and whatever included. It varies based on which region you're in, but right now I'm in the 8-week training program, and then they send you off to be an assistant manager at a store. So we're more than halfway through that program. In less than 4 weeks and almost 3 weeks, we are being shipped off to another store. But we are also starting my master's program in human-computer interaction in less than 4 weeks. So that's exciting. There is a chance that I may get a refund from student loans, which is perfect for my situation because those are low-interest loans, low compared to what I've ever gotten because I couldn't qualify for anything else. There is a chance that I can also get some tuition reimbursement from my company. I have to wait, I think, like 6 more weeks or something like that. But $5,250, if I'm able to get that, that'd be fantastic. That would help my financial position quite greatly. And then there's going to be travel reimbursement pay and other stuff as well. So I am pretty excited. There's a decent amount of action coming soon. And also there's going to be I hope, paid holiday. It is paid for most normal employees, I think. Even though I'm new, I should get it as well. Managers should get it. I don't know, but whatever. That's coming up soon, Labor Day. So we've had a lot of exciting stuff go recently. I haven't posted because I didn't really want to post any bad news. July was the worst financial month I've ever experienced, literally ever. And August was the first time I got a paycheck that was decent in a very long time. But it's still decent, doesn't pay the bills fully. It pays some of them, it pays the most important ones, but we're catching up on a lot of bad bills, and we've got another paycheck coming this week, and it's like, well, okay, so now I get paid every week because I get paid 2 weeks for one job, every 2 weeks for the other. The other is literally just supporting pay. It's not a lot. It's nothing crazy, but even an extra $100, $200, $300 means... hey, I'm able to get a haircut. Hey, I'm able to, which I'm long overdue because I keep using gel and, whatever. But it's okay. It's all good. It's $30, but I couldn't afford it once. So there's a lot of stuff where it's just late fees. But now it's within the next couple of weeks, we're going to get on track with things. And since I'm getting paid bi-weekly, what happens is when you get paid bi-weekly on Fridays, sometimes twice per year, there's going to be months where you have 5 Fridays, meaning 3 paydays, such as is the case with August. We are going to have another payday at the very end of August, which means that will push me towards catching up on my bills, which is fantastic. Because there's other bills that won't get paid, but the most important, the necessities, we're catching up on those, and those will be paid, and that is 100% what I'm excited about. I'm excited to start my master's program. It's online. It's with the school I wanted to go to, and overall, things are turning out in a positive light. I am learning new skills, whatever. At the end of the day, a job's a job, so I'm grateful just to have a job because car sales was never stable. It was commission only. Sure, you make great months, but sure, you also have bad months. And ultimately, my number one goal is I want to have a corporate job. That's it. I want a frickin' corporate job. And if you go through this program, a lot of companies have manager training programs. And I realized, well, it's too late for internships and co-ops because most of those, well, they want you a year before your bachelor's graduation, but most of them are also looking at your age and whatever, and they don't pay a lot. Internships and co-ops definitely do not pay a lot, but the hope is you take a summer internship and eventually you get a decent job. Well, I didn't go that route, so we're taking a management training program, so hopefully within a year to 2 years' time, I'm able to get a corporate position. Maybe less, who knows? But that was my goal. A lot of companies didn't even want to talk with me, whether it was HR, whether it was marketing, even though I have years of marketing experience. Nobody cares because it's not corporate experience. If you don't have corporate experience, they look at what experience and skill sets do you have? Well, it's all sales related. I don't want a sales job. Yes, I could probably it's not easy. I could probably get a tech SaaS sales job, right? But the problem is I would invest so much time and effort into something that I know I would be absolutely miserable into something that, yes, there's a salary, there's a guaranteed salary, but then the commission, it's a big who knows, because sales is absolutely fantastic if you have a great pay plan, great product, great company, great team. There's like 10 different variables that have to be great. And if one of those is good or decent or bad or terrible, you're screwed. You're absolutely screwed. So after 4 years of automotive sales experience, obviously automotive sales is tougher and it's a much more grueling beast than corporate sales. I've never had corporate sales experience. But in order to get a good corporate sales job as an account executive, most of them pay very, very well. $100, $150, $200, maybe even more $1,000 per year. But that's including all the bonuses and total comp and whatever. But still pretty good, especially considering some of those people don't have necessarily degrees. It's not impossible to see someone without a degree in a corporate sales position, but a degree basically guarantees, okay, perfect, now you're going to get hired, where previously 90% of companies wouldn't hire you, right? So that was the whole point. When I was doing sales, I knew I had to get a degree if I ever wanted a corporate sales job. But then I realized I hate sales. I am not making as much money as I thought I would be. And at the end of the day, I could be doing something else, a different career path where I would prefer for it to be non-pushy sales. And the number one thing is in tech sales, you have to be a pushy, cold calling salesman. And I hate that. I don't want to cold call. I don't want anything to do with it, because when I went into retail banking, they gave me ginormous lists and make hundreds of cold calls. And I thought to myself, you know what? Screw this. For 60 grand, there's other jobs that are going to pay me for much simpler stuff, such as the one I have right now. And it's way more relaxed than dialing hundreds of people every day. You're so stressed. And even the people who are great salesmen, I'm by no means a great salesman, but even the people who are great salesmen and great at customer service and just absolutely wonderful at their jobs, 99% of them are going to hate cold calling. There's that 1% that's absolutely crazy, diabolical, and they're like, I love cold calling. This is my life, right? And they dedicate themselves and they eventually become sales trainers on cold calling. And you do you. You're making a lot of money, but it's something that I absolutely despise. And I would seriously get ultra depression. I'd be so freaking miserable if I had to do that, even if someone paid me $200, which they're not going to pay me $200 as a low entry level cold caller. That's for the account executive. Well, you can't become an account executive until usually 1 to 2 years of an SDR, BDR. And I decided, screw that career path. I don't even if I became an account executive, it's kind of like car sales. The number one goal for me was to become a finance manager. And then I realized, even if I became a finance manager, where some of them make $250,000 to $500,000 at the really, really, really big stores, but most on average $250,000, $300,000. Some make less, some make $200,000, some make only $100,000, right? At really teeny tiny stores, or if you're in training, you'll even make less than $100,000, right? But the ultimate goal was finance, because I knew, okay, that's a pretty cool job. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some years. It's tough to get there. But then I realized halfway through my automotive sales experience, I don't even want to become a manager anymore. I did not want it at all. I did not want to become a sales manager, didn't want to become a finance manager, realized, screw that, it's not worth it. So same thing with this. Anything sales related, I realized, nope, that's not what I want to do. 100% no. So I'd rather do human resources or marketing. I don't know. I've never tested out HR, so that's the thing. But the number one goal I have is UX. It's human computer interaction is exactly that. It's trying to get into UX later on. But the reason I'm not saying it right now is I have zero chances of getting it because it's a highly, highly improbable situation that there would be a listing that just decides, oh yeah, let's take the guy without a portfolio, without any degree related to design, and choose him over 500 other candidates. Of course not. Even the guy with the portfolio and the UX related degree, it's going to be tough for him at first because the market sucks for anything white collar. The market sucks for corporate jobs. And I wish I got my degree pre-COVID because this is an absolutely terrible job market. I mean, everything sucks, but I realize this is only temporary. It's not for forever. So that's why you got to take the job that maybe wasn't your dream job. Do it for some time, build your skill set. And then, hopefully I chose a job where I'm able to move and get a corporate position. And if that doesn't work out for me in the end, well, at least I'll have my skill set to take somewhere else. And by that point, I will get a corporate job. So that's the number one goal. How do I get a frickin' 9-to-5 corporate job that pays me a decent size salary? Decent, as in I just get to pay my bills, and then eventually, over time, just like 99% of the clients I've sold to, on average, if I had to pick a number, the number of clients that were purchasing Volvos and Audis, and obviously it's skewed because I was selling luxury vehicles, but some people weren't making a ton of money. Some were making absurd amounts of money, as in like $800,000 salaries. But overall, I'd say on average, probably 140, 150,000 is a really good average. For the really successful clients, average maybe 200, 300, because again, we've had some crazy couples where these power couples are easily pulling in more than $1 million, and that's just salaries and bonuses that are corporate. We're not talking about their investments. And these people have investments in $1 million real estate mansions, and they're able to rent out rooms, and they have probably money coming in from left and right that the salesman wasn't aware of, right? So if I saw on paper W-2s where people were pulling in hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then I go on LinkedIn and I realize, okay, they were at this company for 2 years, then they went to this company 5 years, then they went to this company 7 years, and that's all it took, right? It just takes time. And you get one corporate job and you move to the next, and then you move to the next, and job security is kind of pretty bad. There's a lot of layoffs. The latest job report came out recently and things weren't great. So it's like, okay, well, I haven't been posting because that's where my head's been at. It's how do I pay the bills? How do I get stability? I just want stability because the past 10 years of my life have been chaotic, and my wife hates it. My wife wants stability, just like any woman. She wants stability because it goes back to the caveman era, right? The survival of the fittest, but also, hey, if everybody's just chilling, you're able to live a normal life instead of, survival instincts constantly, shelter, food, the basic needs. If that's met, then you're able to focus on other things in life, right? So number one thing is you have to have a decent job. Sherwin obviously is not paying the bills fully. That's why I have a second job. And even that is not paying the bills fully. So ultimately, the goal is to get a better paying position. But that's that. So just wanted to update everyone. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I really miss YouTube. I really miss the videos. But I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot behind the scenes. And I can't reveal everything, obviously, but I'm doing whatever I can to make money, to pay some bills. We unfortunately weren't able to pay some bills, and they're going to probably go into collections. But at this point, whatever it is, what it is, I can't manage everything. So we're kind of surviving, but I can tell you this, from going from the worst month of my life, probably, other than the month that I lost my parts of my hearing, got tinnitus and all that, I will say August is better than July. It's not great. It's still got its problems, but September, it's like each month, boop, 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 we're going up. And overall, I feel this year, even though it's been probably the worst year of my life, and especially the worst year financially, We've learned so much that hopefully we never, ever, ever return back to this. And that's why I'm super excited, because there's two things that I'm trying to do for next year. One is the apartment lease that we can never pay on time because we can't simply afford it. It's ending in less than 6 months. And with that, we are downsizing. We are definitely downsizing, aka moving to, I mean, it's not like we live in a luxury apartment. It's not like we have it's a 1-bedroom. We upsized from a studio, which we couldn't even afford the studio at the time. And we needed space because we were going crazy. That's the problem. It's like, but I realized, hey, you know what? Sometimes if the city doesn't work for you, if Chicago doesn't work for you, it is what it is. And we're not even in the city. We're in the freaking suburbs, and everything's just way overpriced. So, I'm looking at other states as well, and it is what it is. Really, number one thing that's most important is where my job places me. But there's a pretty good chance I'm going to be out of state in less than 4 weeks here. So, we're just going to see what's happening next year. But we're going to probably downsize apartments. And also, I'm trying to find a way to reduce my car insurance. And I think I found a solution for that as well. So there's a couple things where if we're able to get everything successfully done, we'll be on a much better path. But I already feel way more confident now than when I was in car sales, because again, without any salary, even if it's technically less than I was making previously, I was spending more hours there. So hourly, it may be the same, or maybe even I'm making more now, and I've got more benefits and whatever. And ultimately, it looks better on a resume long term. So I'm thinking long term, what can I do so that by the time I'm 30 years old, I won't have a really bad situation. I'll be thriving. I'll be successful. And that is that. Thanks for watching. If you have any advice, please let me know. And also, hey, I'm always open. If you've got any cool jobs that you think might be, hey, this is a great corporate job you should look into, why not? Talk about it. Let me know. See ya. Bye.